We are going to look at a third-party app, OpenR, running inside a container on a Junos Evolved system. OpenR is a routing protocol developed by Facebook, and it's mainly developed to be used in high-speed wireless networks. It's a complex routing protocol, so it requires multiple services from Junos Evolved for it to be fully functional. Running unmodified OpenR inside a container on Junos Evolved is a good demo of how easy it is to run third-party apps on Junos Evolved, either from inside a container or natively. OpenR, like most routing protocols, requires certain functions to be up for it to be operating successfully. It first needs to know the interfaces on which it has to run and discover neighbors. So it has to know the WAN interfaces or the PFE interfaces of the Junos Evolved system. Once it knows the interfaces, it will discover the neighbors on the interfaces. And once a neighbor discovery is done, if you want to build a unicast adjacency to each of these neighbors and learn routes and the next capabilities, it would want the route exchange and route installation to Junos Evolved route table to replace forwarding. Let's look at how Junos Evolved is making all of this happen. For the interface discovery, as you can see, OpenR is using the JET API service to talk to RPD. JET API service is already present on Junos Evolved router, and it is gRPC based and provides RPC services to the third-party applications. Once it learns the interfaces through the JET APIs from RPD, it knows on which interfaces it has to run the header protocol. The header protocol is a UDP and multicast based. It involves exchanging UDP v6 multicast packets, and once the exchange is through successfully, and that packet RxTX happens through the Junos Evolved network stack. Once RxTX is successful, the peer discovery is done, and it knows who its neighbors are. It's now time to build a unique unicast adjacency which is TCP over IPv6 based. This is basically in order to do a reliable exchange of routes with the peers. So that's why a TCP IP unicast session needs to be built with each of the peers. So now it's going to exchange our routes with its peers. The TCP connection again, cost of the job is going to extend, and once the exchange is done and routes are learned, it would want to install those routes to the RPD's route table and eventually the forwarding table. That again happens through the JET APIs. OpenR communicates with RPD through JET API and informs it that these are the learned routes and I would want them to be present in the route table so that forwarding is affected by OpenR learned routes. Let's now look at the topology which we used for the demo. It's a very simple topology of two directly connected routers running Junos Evolved. These are connected to the interface ET1/0/0:0, and we are going to see how the prefix configured on the other interface ET1/0/0:1 is going to be learned on OpenR Node 2. We are also going to see how a ping to the prefix learned is going to be successful from OpenR Node 2. Let's get to the demo. Let's start by downloading a pre-built OpenR container. The container is up. OpenR is enabled on all IPv6 interfaces in the router. Here are the list of interfaces on this router. We see the ET1/0/0:0 is up, and it is an IPv6 enabled interface. So OpenR runs on this interface. Let's look at the OpenR peers of this router. There are no peers yet. Now, let's bring up the peer OpenR container. When we check the peers again, we see that the peer OpenR is detected as a neighbor. We can also see the TCP IPv6 based adjacency has been established with the peer. Now, they are good to exchange routes with each other. To demonstrate this, let's advertise a prefix on the first node. We see that the route is in the peer routers OpenR database. Next, we check if the learned route has been installed in the Junos evolved route table. We do see the route in the route table. We also see that this route is installed by OpenR by looking at the client information. Now, we check the reachability by assuming a ping to the prefix learned by OpenR. The ping is successful. Let's look at how route is unlearned as well. We withdraw the prefix from the first node. On the second node, we see that the route no longer exists. Let's also validate that the ping fails, as we have withdrawn the route to the host. This concludes the OpenR demo.